Welcome to Larrick 21 season. Thank you to McDonald's for bringing our activity in the women and girls space this year. Thank you so much to McDonald's. Really important. Got Alex. Alex, good afternoon. Two teams come to this with very different experiences. Litchfield with a loss, and expecting first of all Litchfield.
I expect they'll come out aggressively. They won't be sort of dwelling on their loss last week. No. They're wanting to put their best foot forward and improve. They're a team that improve every week. That was something we saw last season. So, yep, they're not going to be a pushover for Hellenic.
What a titanic struggle that semi-final was last year. Went on to win. Young kids coming through, a few changes as well. What I saw last week was coming through.
Yeah, I think their youngest player's 14, young Sophie. Yeah, definitely a talent, one to watch out for. Same with Mary, I think she's slightly older at 15. And a few 16-year-olds like Daff and Mosca, who are definitely talented players, and they're getting their opportunity to play week in, week out, so it's great.
Yeah. Bristol, this is Alex. 21 season. This is John. Thank you. Oh, welcome. What a lovely day. Sunday afternoon in Darwin. Where else would you want to be? Lovely day for football. We've got Alex Fulton with myself. My name is Bristol. This is live streaming of an event which we've been looking forward to all week. Litchfield have brought their numbers in. You can hear them. They're up against Hellenic, who'll be in their away strip today, normally in their blue and whites, and obviously Litchfield in their alternative kit. They've got a couple around with the women. And we've got half a pitch, half a shade, Alex. I mean, I know where I'm going to be playing, over in here than out there. It's a good 33, 34 degrees. The humidity is a little lower today because we've got this breeze, which has sustained itself all day. It's quite strong coming in from the west-north, as they say, and it'll be cooling them down somewhat, but it's still going to be hot in the middle, Alex.
Oh, yeah. I have seen a few dragonflies, which apparently do mean the start of the dry season, but it's still pretty hot out there.
Them and the black or brown hawks. I've noticed them around as well. Go and light a fire, and there's thousands of them above chasing the insects as they come out. There's a few things. The fruit bats as well are coming around. So, yeah, we're getting into our dry season. I suppose the geese will be here shortly. And we'll know that we're well and truly into it. We think both these teams are going to line up where they're actually in huddles. We hope so. So Litchfield in their traditional red-black hooped socks and the red and black kit will be running from left to right on your screens. This is the last game of round 2 of the Women's Premier League. There are 6 teams in the Women's Premier League for 2021 season. Thank you to McDonald's. We have 10 in the Women's Reserve Grade competition. So we're healthy in senior football, Alex.
Yes, very healthy, and it's good to see teams like Palmerston coming back into the comp, down in reserves, and Olympic this year as well. So
Palmerston were out here on this main pitch a little bit earlier, unfortunately in the heat of the day. But as you said, Alex, great to see them back. Good to see their colours out here in the Women's Reserve Premier competition. Right, our officials are ready, nearly. Check in the nets. The brand new goals we have here, the box goals. I haven't checked the team sheet yet because I'm hopeless at my homework. Is Bella out there today from Litchfield?
Young Bella, I don't think she is today.
Not yet,
Bella Clark, no.
Yeah,
her sister is,
okay.
Mally.
So Bella's still doing her AFLW stuff. And she had a stellar year in the AFLW. A lot of our women play in both competitions. It's really good to have them back. They come tougher on the ball when they come back from AFL, and we add skill to their game.
Yeah, and I think it benefits both sports because the players stay fit throughout the whole year instead of having to do 2 pre-seasons.
Good point. Referee's seen an infringement early, about 10 seconds on the clock, and that's the Northcrest scoreboard clock we refer to.
Yeah, interesting. I asked Hellenic girls about their kit, whether it has a purpose, and apparently they're still waiting for their new one. So
there's some honesty for you.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity to say no. We're looking ahead.
I thought it might be a special event or an occasion, but no.
Yeah. No, but they look good in it, and they'll play good football as they normally do week in and week out. I want to thank you and acknowledge the elders past, present, and those emerging on the Larrakia Nation from the Larrakia people. And their custodial rights on the land, sea and air. The saltwater people were so happy to be able to play at Larrakia Park this Sunday afternoon and acknowledge your traditional ownership. As I said, half the pitch is in sun and half in shade. And at the moment, one player is enjoying the shade. That's number 17 for Litchfield and about to come out of it into the sun. Nice interception from Kelly Fogarty, who does a lot of that. And we'll start with one of the young kids you mentioned earlier with a throw in here. Daphne Kakakis will be throwing in from here. Number 23 on the ball now.
Yeah, it's good to see Daph starting this game because last week she came on, I think, for maybe the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
So it's nice to see her hopefully get a full 90 minutes.
Another one you mentioned too. Sophia McCrillis on the ball then early and put that cross into the box where Kelly Fogarty once again cleaned up for her side.
Yeah, young Sophia is certainly a talent. I think she'll be looking to get a couple of goals this season and get her confidence up.
Yeah, I think so. That one's just run over the right boot of Clark and out of play. This will be let go by Erin into the keeper's hands. The keeper is Carly-Ann Thielen. Puts her right boot to it and gets it up to Rebecca Jennings, who goes back to the most experienced player out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
Leonie.
Steffi Trikilis is out there too, but. I
did ask them who their youngest and oldest players were, and Leonie didn't actually reveal her age, but young Chloe Coombs is their youngest today, so she's 15.
Yeah, Leonie's playing out there with her daughter, who's in the left back position for Litchfield today. Normally wearing a number 2, but at 15 today, Jessie Brock. And she'll have a shot. She will have a shot into the side netting. But she's been busy already, the younger.
Yeah, and that was good there, determination. She went down, she got a knock, but she got straight back up and went for the shot, so that's great to see.
Indeed. There you go. Shuffling of papers, because I now have my team sheets and you can have yours back. Thank you for doing your homework. Jessie Brock, before mentioned, that on the ball now. On the left back position, gone across the field to the captain. Aaron. Yeah, a little bit of microphone work happening again. This is number 4 that's on the ball now for Litchfield. We didn't see her last year, but I would hazard a guess over 100 metres. She's going to be one of the quickest in the competition.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to see the end of season 100-metre dash.
Yeah.
I think my money would be on her to win it.
She is. She is swift. We're talking about Caitlin, number 4 out there for Litchfield. In the red and blacks, and they're running from left to right on your screen. And the keeper's involved again. Nice cross in. Get the number plate of that person. A lovely cross in, but managed really efficiently by the keeper for Litchfield. There's one over the top that Kilmartin will chest down and volley and get it away again. So Hellenic are in a position to move forward. Trakillis puts one through, and that
that's a
player,
perfect
I think
ball
it looks like Ellie from here. Ellie McCrillis on the shot, takes it and draws a save from Tierlin.
Yeah, that was a perfectly weighted ball there through.
All the experience on show. And the player we're talking about is now on the ball after a nice header from 23 for Hellenic. Right, Brock, she's got an opportunity to go down towards Jennings, who does that. Ball collides with the body of Jennings and comes back on the rebound, where I mentioned the speedster's on the ball now. That's Sowry. She puts one through trying to find Chloe Coombs.
Yeah, they play quite direct football, Litchfield, so they do always look for that ball over the top pretty early. It can catch some teams unaware. But Hellenic often play with Isabel as a sweeper, so that ball over the top might not actually work for them today.
Yeah, and she's quick off the mark too, Kilmartin. Really solid player. A little shot there from Caitlin as well. Collected comfortably by Kashikala, the keeper for Hellenic. And there was another overhead ball that Alex Fulton was mentioning, and this time a little challenge there between Chloe Coombs and number 15 for Hellenic, which is Terrell Collins.
Yeah, Terrell, I think it was her first Prems game last week.
It was.
Yeah, so number 2.
Yeah, looks very comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. They do work well together, the Hellenic girls, and I mean, I think is there 5 from the same family there, so you got that sort of telepathic.
Yeah, so I asked Ellie about that. They're always talking football, even when they're not in football.
Yeah.
And there goes one of them now. That's Ellie's cousin. And the speedster, there's a few out there. And number 4, and the leading goal scorer last year, Gemma Martin. Will always sniff an opportunity when it comes her way, and there she again was on the race.
Yeah, that'll certainly be an interesting battle for this game with Gemma up against Erin. I think she was nicknamed the Wall in her last game.
Yes. Absolutely. It's good to get Darwin Chimsford out there, number 17. Getting starting lineup position today for Litchfield in the right back position. Jennings now with the ball on the far side, full sunshine. Richards out to Brock. I'll go down again looking for Chloe Coombs on the advance, and Chloe's made a good run in behind the defender, Collings. She'll turn inside. As it's a misplaced one. Goes to Tom.
Yeah, I'd have liked to see Chloe be a bit more selfish there. She was obviously trying to pass it off to Caitlin, but I think she could have opened up a bit more space there.
Kilmartin with a nice calm distribution to Collings again. Tom has it. She goes out further wide, but Brock will get in there and clear that up. Come off the boot a little and run out harmlessly over the goal line. Thank you to McDonald's for their support of the women and girls football here in the Northern Territory across all activities. It's great to have them on board and really appreciate their support. It's really important that we have equity in the women's game, and support from McDonald's is going to assist that in the end. So, long walk to collect it. From here, that looks like Joanna McCrillis. About to collect it, the right back. Really underrated player. Again, another youngster. Hand up to the forehead, trying to shade some of that sun out of her eyes.
Yeah, I think that sun, until it goes down, it's going to impact the game. It's pretty hard when you're running into the sun.
A little bit of miscommunication and a loose one from Martin. Unusual. So Brock will go and collect and have a restart with the throw-in. About 9 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you for joining us. Also, Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They're great supporters of the women's game. Any personal or business dispute resolution you need, the number is 1-800-978-360. Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm, again, one of the partners for the 2021 season for the women's game. And that's sent down again. Unlike Kilmartin, she usually finds the target.
Yeah, she usually tries to play out to feet.
Always. And then Jessie Brock would have one of the longest throws in the game too.
Yeah, I was discussing that before. Definitely.
That was another grand final thing I was going to have. Just who's the longest throw, men and women. Because I tell you,
I think she could beat some of the men on
without a
throws
doubt.
for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. And want to make mention of Rachel Thurlow. Does a towering amount of work. Number 12 for Litchfield in the midfield. There she's chasing after Trachillis, as does Leone. Both those players give you a full 90 minutes. All right, Caitlin on the ball. What's she going to do? What's your run, Chloe? She's going to try and go around all of them. You can see her now just swiftly across the carpet there of green. Carla Kashikala comes out easily.
Yeah, I think Tom did just enough there to put her off her stride and forced her wide. And
one benefit, it was in full shade. Jennings now should go back and push it to Brock. Brock has opportunities to go back to Jennings. Jennings is going to be challenged here, and it's a good challenge from number 12. And Lisa McCrillis playing further up. Normally would play, well, has been seen in Collins' position in the central defence, but now playing further up the field. Another talented McCrillis. That one is Lisa. Kilmartin knew she had her. In the offside position, has now been rewarded by the assistant referee.
Yeah, that's just Chloe there sort of switching off a bit and not jogging back.
It's a really good skill for a back four. Good communication, and you can not only get the results you want, you can frustrate strikers. Put them off their game by that. Collins in with one. Good long right footer. It's going to fall right at the feet of either Fogarty, and she gets there first and pushes it wide. And another clean-up job by Kelly, who's wearing the captain armband today, which is good. I mentioned Erin before. Erin was a captain last year. They're going to give Erin a little bit more freedom. So Kelly will take that role.
Yeah, I think Kelly's one of the players who's been with Litchfield since her junior days, she was telling me, under 6, 7. So it's great to see players when they stick with a club.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It's come right through the ranks.
Yeah.
Miniru to Premier League. And there's the dangerous Sophia McCrillis there. This one's going to fall for Tom, but a great interception. Sowry now has opportunities on her right. She takes one. It's a lovely ball. Just skips through, unfortunately. Coombs need to control that. Brock has it. They can still keep the forward press. Thurlow. opportunities. Down the middle she goes, looking for the overrun from Clark. And this will be Clark, and she'll run it out of play to the advantage of Hellenic for a throw-in. And Chalakis will have a throw-in. As you mentioned, Alex, she's only 16. She's been in the National Training Centre set up for a while. Been really managed, I think, by Maddie Hadjic, their coach. She got a taste last year off the bench, and now she, as you said today, a starting job.
Yeah, definitely. I think she did play a bit of reserves last year and then came on sort of the last 10 minutes. So it's good to see her coming through and getting more game time.
See, that's just so Daphne. 2 charges, 2 really strong efforts, and now look where they are.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened without her work. Right, Ellie McCrillis on the run. Still recovering from her injury, not 100%, but a 90% Ellie is dangerous. Martin, Gemma that is, good work from Kelly Fogarty, close that down. Jennings goes to add to that defensive run. Good to see the forwards heading back doing that work. Joanna McCrillis turns it into Joanna McCrillis to the Trukillis, and now we have the other one, Sophia. If she takes a shot, it'll be dangerous, and she does. You can't give her that opportunity that close to goal. She is an absolute sharpshooter. She had a chance, turned it round, bang, and the nets are shaking. 1-0, 14-minute mark. Alex, she is dangerous.
Yeah, no, that was a great ball forward, but she sort of lost the momentum. Defender did get a foot in, but credit to her, as she did about 5-10 minutes before, she didn't give up. And it just goes to show if you don't give up in the box, you're going to get a goal.
Yeah, well put. Sophia McCrillis, number 10, the youngest person out there at this stage, has a goal for her side, Hellenic. They're running from right to left in their, we'll call it their away strip. Just a little bit of thievery of their own and collected that ball from a sea of red and black. And the goal scorer is on a run now on the left flank, which is down the grandstand side on her left.
Yeah, great.
Finds her cousin. Martin will have a shot from there and is equally dangerous. But Carly Antilin up to the challenge. Looks behind her just to check out where the line was. And well and truly covered by the keeper. Running into the breeze, so there's the advantage certainly for Hellenic in this first half. Alex, strong breeze.
Yeah, not a bad breeze today, actually. Hopefully cool it down a bit for them out there.
Yeah. She's dangerous.
She is.
Still underway. She could make this a pair. If she takes it, great work from Kashikala. Ball's still alive. Jennings has an opportunity, shoots. Comes off the post. And then Clark as well. Entertaining stuff.
Very,
Entertaining.
unlucky there, Caitlin, not to get a goal there. Really skillful. I think she took on 2-3 players there.
Great.
And then, came out to Jennings. I would have hit the post. Would have liked to have seen her score from there. Yeah, in the box. Yeah. I mentioned to Carla, I mean, she did what you want of a keeper. Came out, made that save.
Still alive, more to be done, and she was there, and her presence felt. Clark with the ball, pushes it forward, but that'll just bounce once into the keeper's hands. Caitlin's catching her breath, number 4 for Litchfield. As he gets that long leg to the boot of that ball. Still running backwards. And Tom on a run now. Pushes it forward. Clark will collect it. Nice little 1-2 with Rachel Thurlow. But Collings will intercept.
Yeah, right
Clark's
idea.
Still there. Yep.
Strong work there.
Tom's featured, very comfortable in her position here in the sort of left midfield. Number 8 for Hellenic.
Yeah, she'll run through if she's given space too. Quite comfortable on the ball and make up the yards and slip that ball in for the fast forwards.
She's done a bit of that already.
Yeah. And I think that's probably where Hellenic will sort of pull away from Litchfield in the second half, is that energy from their youth. And they have a bench full of subs too today.
Yeah. Just coming up to the 7.5 minute of this first half. It's a 1-0 scoreline in favour of the team running from right to left on your screen. There's the goal scorer now, showing those lovely skills.
Yeah, they're going to have to shut her down a lot quicker. They're giving her far too much space there.
And there's one from Lisa McCrillis, which rolls pretty harmlessly to the left of the Litchfield goal, where the keeper collects it. Joanna McCrillis in there with a header. It's going to bounce fortuitously for whoever gets this ball. And we'll say it's Hellenic, because it is picked up by one sister to another sister, and she's on a run again.
Yeah. That was a
Erin.
quality tackle there from Erin.
That's Erin Davis, the wall,
Yeah.
and she showed it then.
We
All ball, and a really positive intervention by her to bring that dangerous raid to a close. We're now up just on the halfway line. We're off a Richards left or right footer. It's now been thrown in back by Shalakis to Collins. She puts one through to Tom with pace. Now Tom, to your point, Alex, Fulton is giving us our expert insights today on a run.
Yeah, she put a dangerous ball in there, but straight to defender.
Little battle here between Clark and Shalakis. And now Tom sees it and gets around. There she goes. Number 10 on the spray. A little bit in front of her. What will she do? She turns it inside, and Martin's there. It's a toe poke to it. Cleared up by Carly Ann Thielen, and she'll just take a couple of steps forward.
That was really good awareness there from Sophia. She took on the player, and then she looked up and played it across the box.
Yeah.
A lot of young players don't do that. They're a bit more selfish, head straight to goal, so that's really good stuff.
Yeah, wise head on a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. She's now hunched over trying to get some big breaths in there after the hard work she's done already in just coming up to 20 minutes of this match. Women's Premier League here at Larrakia Park on Darwin Football Stadium. This is Lisa McCrillis on a run now. She's found a break inside Brock. She'll take the shot, and it's there. Efficient use of the ball by Ellie McCrillis on that right flank. Good ball through, Alex, and
yeah, great ball. I think Tom had the ball there originally, and Ellie was calling for it, and she just held on to it until.
This is Lisa McCrillis on a run now. She's found a break. Ball came through at pace.
Yeah.
She ran onto it. So any youngsters watching, any young kids, that's what a through ball looks like.
And Ellie did well to stay on side too, because a lot of players in that situation, they bolt forward and they get caught offside a lot.
2-0 is the result. And we have 21 minutes coming up here on the North Crest scoreboard.
Yeah, be interested to know if they have a family top scorer competition.
Yeah, well, while Martin's out there, it's hard to have the lead in anything, but I think Sophia McCrillis will give her a run for money this year, what we've seen so far. That is Joanna, the sister of Sophia and Lisa, on the ball now. It's a good cross across goal as well. Beats Fogarty. Chelmsford has it now. She puts a nice ball up to Clark. Clark turns in, looking for support. Nice work from Clark. Finds Rachel Thurlow. She's trying to find Chloe Coombs, but interception by Lisa McCrillis. Tom gets in and cleans up again. That second effort from Tom is what's the difference out there at the moment in the midfield. She just got that ball when it was actually to the advantage of Litchfield.
Yep, they're very good at winning the ball and not immediately trying to play it forward and waste the ball. But I think Erin Davis is pinned back a bit at the moment. Haven't seen her do any of her runs that she's sort of known for last year, running out of centre-back position halfway down the field. She's pinned back a bit there by Sophia and the threat of Gemma as well.
Big hit between Leonie Richards, Alex, and Izzy Kilmartin. Get a smack and crack from here.
I've been hit by both players before, so I know how that feels. Yeah.
So you can put the feeling to the sound.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Definitely Leonie goes in hard. I think there's a bit of AFL in some of the tackles.
Yeah. And they're both up okay and back into the game. Pretty much almost immediately after their tackle. Tom showing her clever work again, finds Collings on the advance. Collings is looking to go wide. No, she'll go back. Chalakis. She puts on a run for Tom, but it may beat her, and it does. Right, we hit the 23rd minute mark. I'll take a drinks break. We've got a pretty warm day out there. The breeze is comforting, but we're sitting here in the comfort of shade, in the full breeze. We're not running around for the last 23 minutes. So good to see them having a break. And I would imagine both coaches will take this opportunity, Alex, to talk to their teams. What's Greg Smith, the coach of Litchfield, saying?
Oh, keep going, girls.
Yeah.
I would be telling, if I was Greg, mark a bit tighter to the Hellenic girls. They're giving him way too much space. You've got to be a bit tighter on.
Yeah.
And Hellenic, I'd just be more of the same girls.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
They're even starting to play in their defenders now, the left and right back, getting the opportunity to get forward, and you know that's going to be dangerous when you're letting defenders get in the attacking half.
So if you just joined us, this is a Women's Premier League match for the 2021 season. It's round 2 and our final game of the Women's Premier League this weekend here in Darwin. Thank you to McDonald's, and we have a scoreline that sits with Hellenic. They are the home team today. They have 2 goals. First goal from the youngest player out there, Sophia McCrillis, and then a second one from her cousin, Ellie McCrillis, on a little rampaging run down on the right flank for them. Whistle comes from Timmy Lay, the centre referee, who's added to his tally again this weekend. He's now refereeing his 15,000th game, probably just the last month. Absolute stalwart of our game and gives so much back to our game. Always appreciate Tim's work in match official work, and just a lovely bloke.
Yeah, definitely. We wouldn't be able to play without them. So,
No.
And I know Cinta's the same. She was reffing the game before, running the line.
And played a game as well.
Yeah, played yesterday.
So, Jacinta Missop we're talking about. Again, another person who gives back, as is Ryan Lehman on the far side, who got the short straw.
Yeah.
And has been in full sun for most of the afternoon.
You'd hope he'd have a water bottle out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, smart kid. I'm sure he's got that worked out. Right, we will get underway. Chelmsford with the ball. And we've had a little change there. It's not a personnel change, it's a kit change. So Carly-Ann Thielen's got rid of the light green, and now she's in full black. That'll be good in the sun. Putting her gloves still on with the black shorts.
Yes, that'll be because clash with Carla and Hellenic in the green there.
Referee's had a say in that. Right, Tom with the ball. She heads across midfield. She's looking for that run from Ellie McCrillis. It's a little bit too direct, so collected easily by Carly-Ann. And she puts it through to Rebecca Jennings. Turns on the inside, no-look pass. Unfortunately found Steph Trakillis, who feeds it forward. There's another run. Jessie Brock there on this occasion, turning Ellie McCrillis inside out. But Ellie still gets a boot on there, and there's a shot. Over the top it goes. That's from one of the other McCrillises. That's her cousin, Ellie McCrillis, in the salmon pink boots. A little bit of a toe poke. Came out of that shot gingerly. It's amazing how players collect ball and turf.
Yeah.
A lot. Doesn't matter how many games you play, how experienced you are. I've seen it at all levels, A-League and beyond A-League. I can assure you I've seen Australian sides do it. Just if your balance is not right, you will take some turf with the ball. She's okay now. Seems to be all right. Still a little bit ginger. Stepping back now, the ball's gone over her head. Turns on the inside. Player we were just talking about. She's got free range. She'll take a shot. Intervention from Kelly Fogarty's a strong one. And definitive. Ball's been given back again. They need some possession, the Red and Blacks.
Yeah, they're giving away the ball far too easily at the moment. Some no-look passes and that then having to chase back, and they're just going to tire themselves out doing that.
So what they need to do is, just be more patient on the ball.
Yeah,
Alex?
take a look. They've got time. They've got space. Take a look up. See who's there. They're a team that are pretty unchanged from last year too, so they should know where their players are on the field. Or where they want the ball as well.
Yeah, and when they want it. Yeah. Simpson pushes it out, the right back. So definitely Chalakis will head down for one of her many throw-ins already in this 27 minutes.
Quite a few on this side of the pitch in the shade.
Yes. Throw goes through to Sophia McCrillis, my apologies. She puts a little right footer across, trying to find her cousin, Ellie. Tom in there again. Everything she does is an advantage of her football team. Number 8 for Hellenic. Doing a lot of quiet stuff off the ball.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity. Rachel Thurlow back to Clark. Clark still with it. Goes up to Caitlin. And Sowry goes inside. She looks so comfortable on the ball. Now she'll go for a run. She'll take Collins on and does. She'll also take on Chalakis. She's overstepped it. Keeps the ball. Good effort from her. And recovers there. She's taking some breaths after that exertions. Plural.
Yeah, she's a player that certainly likes taking on other players with the dribble. But sometimes you need to know when the right time is to pass.
Sophia McCrillis again just ghosting across the pitch in the midfield, putting a through ball through. Too much power on it this time, but you can see the danger when she's free like that.
Yeah, you can't leave her alone for 2 minutes. You know, take your eye off, and she's just too much of a threat there.
Yeah, Jennings with the ball. To your point, patience. That's better. It goes back to Richards. Richards puts one across, trying to find either Clark or Thurlow. And again, who's there? Number 8. She's been busy. Tom for Hellenic. Now Ellie McCrillis on a run. Martin on the inside. Plays a 1-2 quickly with her. A bit casual. Cleared up by Fogarty. That beats Richards, but it will fall fortuitously for Jennings, number 3. She's looking for some opportunities. She now gets it from Brock. Players are fatigued.
Yeah, Litchfield are looking a bit tired out there.
Yep.
They're not really doing too much running off the ball. When their teammates do have the ball, they're just stationary. And stationary players, very easy player to mark.
Comes out to Clark now, who's a little bit more energetic. Now goes back into Sowry. Sowry back to Chloe. She'll turn on the inside, meaning Caitlin. And she'll go for a run here, I would imagine. Nice work from Chalakis. Back in from Chelmsford. Chloe has time. She sees the call and a good defensive effort from Lisa McCrillis.
Yeah, that was a nice passage of play there from Litchfield. They
to your
actually
point,
did take their time on the ball, look up and pass.
And some possessions important. You know, and fatigue is always exacerbated by the scoreline. And it's something they wouldn't have expected in the 30 minutes of this game. They're a side with heart, so they'll come back without a doubt.
That's right. Even if they got 1 goal now before half-time, that's going to give them a bit of motivation going in.
Yeah, there'll be a great fillip in that. Erin goes in again. Trakillis easily around that. Waiting for the through ball. Now it's a run.
Yep.
Martin, Richards. Richards gets there first. All ball, well played. Richards pulls up
good defending.
Pulls up that raid really effectively. Now it continues again. It's just relentless from Hellenic. This time Daphne Chalakis running into the area. Turns it inside to the goal scorer. Or the first goal scorer. Towards the second goal scorer. Well, towards Martin. And on the way to the second goal scorer, and Ellie McCrillis didn't get there on this occasion. Ball will be set by Erin Davis. Into the breeze. She's wanting players to go wide. Clark pushes wide on here on the grandstand side. She goes towards her, but Collins is going to get there first on the advance. And so does Kelly. Both those, neither of those ones hit the turf. Boot to boot. All players taking the walk here on this Sunday afternoon in Darwin. It's about 20 to 6 local time. Sun's drifting away in the west. A bit more shadow across the ground. And that'll help the players. That's Sophia McCrillis all over there. Work hard, clear the ball, put someone else in a better position. This time, Ellie wasn't on the run on the right flank. Now Jennings has an opportunity. Chloe Coombs in there early. This ball comes for Caitlin Sowry. She'll turn around and kill Martin and does. She'll go for a run now. Collins is in pursuit. She'll turn on the inside, steps over once, comes around there. She's got a Chloe Coombs on the run, looks for her. That's a nice dummy through. Carla Castracala out again. Promising play from the Red and Blacks. To your point, Alex, if they get one from that, it'll be a different ball game as they head into half time.
And that's where Caitlin is so dangerous with her speed and skills.
We
running
saw it
at
all then
players,
too, didn't
yep.
we? You're just going to have to support them all with some runs and ghosting that puts the Hellenic defensive 3 or 4, depending on what way you look at it, off their game. And Erin Davis in with, again, a very, very tough challenge. And Gemma Martin tried to hurdle it like it was a hurdle and just clipped the leg as she went through. Doing a stretch there and pulling the socks up.
Yeah, it looks like Greg did make a slight tactical change there at drinks break. He's pushed Caitlin up front. She was in the mid before, and dropped young Chloe maybe in a false 9 sort of role there.
Yeah, that's what I like about our coaches, our current crop of coaches in the women's game. They aren't afraid to make changes during the game. They're always thinking. I see that at every women's game. Saw it with your game yesterday. Saw it, whenever you played. Sorry, I've done
Friday.
500 games this weekend. But yeah, I
hard
saw
to
it then.
track.
Yes, thank you. And Greg Smith, of course, the coach of Litchfield, is known for it. Dave McWilliam from Mendel. Of course, Maddie Hadjick at Hellenic.
And it's something you have to do in Darwin with only 6 teams in the league, and you play each other 4 times plus finals. It's you can't play the same way every time.
No, familiarity.
Yep. Whereas compared to other leagues where you've got 10, 12 teams, you only play each other twice. It's a bit different.
Great point, Alex. Natasha Carla, keeper for Hellenic out to that. Distribution is nice to Macrillis, and now we have an opportunity with Trickulis to push through to Macrillis.
Yeah, it's a nice ball there. It's good seeing Ellie in the wide right position there. I think she played in defence, which is her normal position last week. But yeah, she's an exciting player going forward.
Through ball. Gemma Martin is onside. She'll take a shot. She'll turn on the inside that she does and put it to her left.
This could be 3. Oh, good save.
And that was a nice narrow angle. Put it between the goal and the keeper, and well done.
Yeah,
Goal
good
post
turn
and
there
keeper,
from
sorry.
Gemma. I think she'd be disappointed not to put that one away.
Yeah, she's still feeling the impact of that collision before, I think,
Yeah.
with Aaron Davis.
This could be 3.
Good work from Carly Antill, and it's, as a striker, we're a bit like, scaredy cats in a lot of ways. Things put us off quite quickly.
Yeah.
Defenders, we hear things that aren't there, we see things that aren't there.
First rule of goalkeeping, just make noise,
Yes.
get in the striker's face,
Yeah,
put them off.
Yeah, Carly Ann did well there, the Litchfield keeper. So we have a corner, and if I'm not wrong, this is the first corner. I could be, but I haven't got my stats man here today. But
Yeah,
I think it
you
is.
could be right.
Yep. Oh, who's that? Was that Daphne? No. That was Daphne Chilakis.
Yeah, it was Daff.
What
I
a
think,
right
I think she
foot on it.
jogged all the way over from left back to take that, so she's got a long jog back now. But yeah, great kick.
I mean, it was misdirected, but wow. 2 steps and bang. That was a good 44 metres or whatever. Well done. Just getting taller, getting older, getting more mature, and then getting strength. You saw it there.
Yeah, she's a strong, for a young kid, she's a very strong player, actually.
All right, that's a good one from Carly Antill, and it founds the Clark, who she was aiming for. But as soon as Clark got it, she was under pressure from Tom, who's done that all day, number 8 for Hellenic.
Yeah, she's been the instigator of everything
She has.
so far.
Yeah, I agree,
Just,
Alex.
doing everything right that you want your players to do.
Yeah, and she does
And
a lot
not
of...
complicated stuff, just winning the ball, reading it, playing that right pass. It's so important.
There's a good example of it right then. And Kilmartin moves forward. She'd like that one again. Davis is going to go on what you mentioned, Alex.
Yeah.
What we
See,
call-
this is what I wanted to see. Aaron making a run.
She will make a
From
run and she'll
centre
go
back.
all the way.
It's where she's most dangerous.
As soon as she does that, Richards drops back. Chloe Coombs on the run. Can she get there first? She does. And she should have looked up again. Patience, Chloe. You had a
Yeah.
Clark behind you.
That's it. Whether she didn't hear the call from behind her or just a bit of, excitement there near the goal. She is only 15, I guess. So
Yeah. Yep.
it's all learning. Every single kick of the ball, every run.
It's a learning
all a learning
opportunity. Yeah,
experience,
totally
yeah.
agree. And
And they can watch the games back, which is
Yep.
great. These young kids watch them back and go, yep, I won't do that next time. Or,
Yep.
I did that well.
So good advance from Erin Davis. Made the run home.
Yep. And
the
she's
ball.
already back. She's already back
yeah.
to centre back.
Yeah. This one will fall Clark's way. She's going to leave it for Chimsford. No, Erin Davis, I've seen her actually score from maybe a little bit closer than this. But I wouldn't put it past her. No, it's moving forward. So she's got a breeze to go into, and it's quite a, for this weekend anyhow, it's the strongest it's been. All the players,
Yeah.
I think Hellenic got everyone back there except for two, Martin and Ellie McCrillis. Erin Davis moves in.
You'd think she'd go
Takes the shot. It is a shot too. It's a nice curling one. It was a shot in the end. The power. Just looks back at her coach and explains what it meant to be. But always a smile with Davis. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Still transitioning from AFL, I think. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, she... look at her. Just doing some fabulous body language here off camera.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. You've got, even when you're 2-0 down, you've got to sort of lift your team there.
Yeah, and she's a really positive influence, and that's an understatement.
She is, and she's only, 18,
Yeah,
I think?
I think
Another
she's
young
still
player
18. She might be
who's
19
sort of the,
this year. Yep.
heart and soul of her team, really.
Yeah. Lisa McCrillis got through there, pushed the ball through to Ellie. Now Erin has to come in and do defensive work. Pushes Ellie McCrillis wider. Continues with that wide push. Ellie on the ball. Well played. Trakillis goes back to McCrillis. Ellie version. She goes across field trying to find Gemma Martin. Interception by Fogarty, and then Davis with a long one out, which will give Caitlin Sowry an opportunity. Kill Martin there early. Turns it on the inside. Rachel Thurlow there. Still has that ball at the feet, Rachel. Lisa McCrillis makes it difficult and comes away with it. Turns it into a sister, the younger one, Sophia, who gets around Chimsford. She'll go straight to goal.
Goal number 2 here, I think.
No, great work from the keeper. And I have to say Kelly Fogarty as well, who pushed it wide at the last minute, Alex.
Yeah.
As I said before, strikers here see and feel things as they come.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, she placed that one right at the keeper. But
So-
really good run, really
And
good
that was
run
really
there.
important, Alex, in terms of where the game sits at the 40-minute mark. And here we goes Clark on a run. Marley on the run now. And they come together again, and this will come forward for a goal kick. Well done, Izzy.
Yeah, that was
Kilmartin.
good defending there by Isabel. She read it, came out, won the ball. Promising attack there from Litchfield.
Yeah, good confidence play off the great save by their keeper. And
Yeah,
then
very good
confidently
save.
down into an attacking raid. As I was saying, it's early in the game, and it's this time in the game where another goal would have been really, really hard to take into half-time. So it's
Yeah.
good to see it's still where it is
And
for
you
the Litchfield.
sometimes see those ones trickle through the keeper's legs.
Yep.
So it's good from Carly, isn't it? the
Yeah,
Litchfield
Carly Ann
keeper.
Thielen. Joan McCrillis on the ball now. Turns it inside to Lisa, her sister. Now she puts the ball through, and Gemma Martin's on
Nice ball.
a race. She'll get there first. Jessie Brock comes on the inside of her. Turns inside, pushes her again forward, and wins the ball for her side.
Yeah, good defending there
Yeah.
from Brock. Did everything right.
Chloe looking for a return back to Clark, but Chalakis has seen that. Now she's off on a scurry. Continues with the ball. Comes to Richards, who intervenes early and efficiently for her team. Gets the ball back. She's got Jennings. But Trakillis is having none of that. And she gets the ball and tries to push it through to Martin in the coming up to the 42nd minute here of this round 2, but the final game of the Women's Premier League here in Darwin. We're live streaming on FNT TV across the FFA network around the country. Hope you're enjoying it, no matter where you are. A lot of the girls have family members and relatives around the country, and it's an opportunity for them to see their loved ones. Albert's on a pitch and running around in kits, but hey, good to see them. And certainly last year with COVID, we got so many texts and communications about how good it was to see the kids. Because, a lot of grandparents weren't able to get up here, and they got to see their grandkids on the pitch.
Yeah, and for some of the players who have family overseas, they may have never even seen their grandchildren play and things
Yep.
like that. So
Yep.
really good.
Yeah, COVID has changed the world forever. Right, Ellie McCrillis, she'll take a shot and does. Again, great keeping from Carly Antillen. Good technique. Dropped to her knees. Kept the ball. Firm grasp of that football and into her chest. Well played. Now, goes out to Richards. Melanie and Tom. Comes back to Jennings. Jennings got a player on the inside if she looks up. No look pass. Unfortunately finds another Hellenic player. Now they're on the raid.
Yep.
To your point about patience on the ball. This is dangerous. Left foot she can do as well. That's her 5th shot on goal with 1 successful. Or maybe 4 on 1.
Yeah, I think, she's easily had 5
She's
or
busy.
6.
She's busy. Grabbing some air now. Teapot, hands on hips. But what a first half from young Sophia McCrillis. Now, chance for Litchfield to keep some ball here. They've just lost it. Can they get it back? Collins, nice work. Goes to Daphne Chalakis. Chalakis inside to Trakillis. She goes forward for a hope. And if you don't watch, Ellie McCrillis will come out and take that. But keeper's there. Carly Antillen casually rolls it out to Erin Davis, who puts her boot to it. Trying to get it over the top for Caitlin, who's on the ball now. That's Sowry. Sowry sees the runner, Jennings, turns back inside, keeps the ball. Pressure from Lisa McCrillis. Someone has to get in there and help her. Goes to the advantage of Litchfield. Possession play from Caitlin Sowry. Erin Davis will take this set one.
Yeah, chance for her to put us in the 18-yard box.
Yeah, with only about 30 seconds of regulation time to go. I don't think there'll be any time out of this. Will be maybe the last play of the game if it goes in the right place. To Carla Kashakala.
That was a good ball there from Erin.
Caitlin Sowry on the run again, making Kashakala honest. That'll beat Jessie Brock, unfortunately. Now it's on. We have the final 10 seconds of regulation time. A beautiful ball put through. Martin on it. Will she get to it? Ball rolls well and truly in front of her. Martin and Davis are at it again, as were all last year.
Yeah, great defending there from Erin again. She did enough just to put Martin off.
And great sportsmanship from both players. Really lovely mentors for every young player in the game, and they're both young themselves, of course, in the women's game. We have a very young playing roster across all clubs. Yeah,
and I know Erin does a bit of coaching as well at Litchfield, so she's a really good role model for those juniors there.
And both those girls are in our Desert Roses Territory State setup. Right, we're into 2 minutes of time added on. So my claim there would be none is off the mark by 2 minutes. Right, Ellie McCrillis going for a half cross, half shot, which will be cleared up by the keeper. One bounce. Comes to her area and puts her right boot to it, trying to find Jennings and does. Well directed. Jennings needs to bring that down. Does on the second occasion. Brock will go back and help her. Does. Receives the ball. And I'll get that off Steph Trakillis' right boot, and there'll be a throw in. In full sun, here's Jessie Brock.
Yeah, this will be a long throw.
Yeah, more height than she normally has, but still travels 30 metres. The only Richards on the ball goes to Jennings. Jennings puts one across looking for Coombs, finds Coombs, but again, eager defence this time. Lisa McCrillis puts one forward. Kelly Fogarty puts a stop to that with the boot. Yeah, there's a challenge in the midfield there. Hellenic are just owning that midfield. Chelmsford now over the top.
Yeah, I think Litchfield's first touch is actually letting them down a lot last 10 minutes. Whether that's tiredness and
could be fatigue,
coming into play there, but their first touch is just giving Hellenic that opportunity to nip in and steal the ball. And I think we were discussing that last week, Bruce, how important first touch is.
Yeah. And that comes down to, your coaching and how much time you give it to. And to your point, Alex, if you've come through the mini-roos and junior ranks and you've had good technique coaching, it's something you carry with the rest of your football life. Kelly Fogarty in there off a run from Joanna McCrillis. That's a long run. Ellie's dropped back. There goes the whistle from Tim Lay, the centre referee. It is a scoreline that advantages Hellenic as they head into the sheds. It's 2 0 at the Northcrest scoreboard. We'll take a short break as the girls run in there and get some fluid and advice from their relative coaches. We'll see what the second half brings. I know Litchfield will come out with more purpose. They're a team and a club with heart. They'll need it. They come on to face on the current champions and premiers, Hellenic, shortly. As the sun dips in the western sky here, we have more shadow across the pitch here at Larrakia Park Darwin Football Stadium. My name is Bruce Stalder, Alex Fulton with me. So excited to bring you that first half, 2 goals, and we saw plenty of opportunities at both ends. But Alex, if you'd seen the highlights, you would have seen Sophia Macrillis, you would have seen, well, Macrillis to Macrillis. But they were really, really efficient when they got up there and have a 2-0 goal advantage because of it.
Yeah, I think you're right there. The highlights reel will be Sophia. At least 6 different angles there, different runs. It's great to see from a young player. Sometimes nerves take the better of it. Someone who's 14 still, but she doesn't seem to suffer from that.
That's a great point, Alex. She looks really comfortable out there, like she should be there, and age has nothing to do with it. She just looks really, really comfortable. Now, quickly, we'll talk about Litchfield. Greg Smith's got him down there at a huddle at the moment in the shade and shadow. They'll be enjoying that. He's not animated. He's just quietly talking to the girls. What's his message, do you think?
Oh, keep the ball, girls. Keep your heads up, look up, keep the ball. They're giving it away far too easily.
The fight's in them. We'll see that, Alex. I totally agree. They're a club and a team and players with individual and collective hearts out there. They'll not give up. But it's that simple thing of keeping possession, and those no-look passes are really. If you were Greg, you'd be saying no more.
Play to beat, keep it simple. There's 1-2s, work in triangles. If the pass isn't on, keep the ball. Don't just give it away for the sake of it.
Alex Fulton giving us expert insights into this game, which has a 2-0 scoreline to Hellenic at the moment. They are the current premiers and champions. We're now into the 2021 season, thank you, McDonald's. I hope you're enjoying this coverage, this live streaming on the FNT TV, and we'll be back shortly to give you a second half, which will see plenty of heart, plenty of skill, plenty of excitement, and we both, as neutrals, hope plenty of goals. And Tim Lay, the centre referee's out there where he should be, in the centre of this Larrakia Park at Darwin Football Stadium. Sunday afternoon, beautiful day in Darwin. Lovely, lovely afternoon now, early evening for football. Both sets of teams will enjoy the conditions at the moment. Breeze has dropped off a little bit, Alex Fulton. Sun's, drifting away. So, we have no excuses in terms of weather for not having a scintillating second half.
Yeah, definitely. I think the pitch is pretty much covered by shade nearly now. So, by Darwin standards, that's a cool game.
Yeah, so well put by our standards. Carla Carla skipping back to goal there, and probably not in frame, but always enjoys her football. The keeper for Hellenic. The keeper for Uniazuri last year? Made the move and seems to be enjoying her time with the Hellenic side. Now, they're running left to right on our screens. They're in their away kit, and we'll get this underway. On the ball is the first goal scorer this afternoon, Sophia Makrilos. Now, we talked about what Greg Smith would say. Well, I know what you'll say to this question, but I'm going to ask you, Alex, what would Matty Hatchicks, as the coach of Hellenic, what would his directions be as this run comes away from Caitlin Sowry? I'll hold off onto that.
Yeah.
She steps and steps again, trying to beat 3 defenders there on her own. She needs someone to run for her and ghost into spaces so she can have an option. What do you think his message would have been?
Yeah, I think he would have been, as a coach, I would have been bigging up the young girls, just saying how well they have done this half. Keep it up. And that player we just saw making a run there, Caitlin Sowry, defence. Keep an eye on her. Don't let her run at you.
It's quite typical that we're talking in the first literally 45 seconds that we've had a run one end and another one the other end. And here's still an opportunity. Look at that. That's a lovely play. And if she's onside, she'll turn on the inside, Gemma Martin. That's unusual. Good defence from Chelmsford. Keep on your feet. She'll turn and shoot now. And it's always hard for a keeper because you don't see the ball until it's on its way. But that one was cleared up well by Chelmsford, but just being around and making herself busy in front of the striker.
Yeah, she had lots of time there on the ball. She held off the defender well. And yeah, just seemed quite casual.
Yeah, didn't and couldn't get it away. So the ball's gone out of play. Jessie Brock will come up into full shade. Tall left back for Litchfield. Hair in the bun. Throws. Kilmartin gets in there and comes off Jennings and goes out of play. So Jana Makrilos sneaks a couple of meters, as every player in the competition does, with throw-ins. Every one of you. Erin Davis on the ball now. Nearly fell over, but to Alex's point, good turn in the end. This ball gets back to her, it'll be trouble. Collings in there, early intervention. She's been everywhere, Tom, and started the second half like the first half, threading balls through. Offside on this occasion. But she is so important. Thumb up to her coaching area. Don't know if that's about, are you feeling okay, or is that what you want?
I think that's what you want.
Yeah.
In the first half, she was my favourite player in that half.
Okay. We've also now got some more work happening on our equipment. Good intervention by the back heel of a retreating Erin Davis, so that'll roll out to the advantage, if a goal kick can be an advantage, for Litchfield.
Yeah, they're certainly under pressure the last couple of minutes since the restart.
Yeah, they've come out of them hard. Have Hellenic Athletic Football Club women's side are current premiers and champions here in the Darwin Premier League competition. So they are the hunted every game. People want to beat them.
Yeah, and one of the oldest women's sort of clubs.
Absolutely.
From talking to people in Darwin.
Yeah, long history.
30 odd years, so that's impressive.
Yeah. Cleared away by Clark, who was way back in defence there, and really effectively. She now heads back into her forward position. And this will be a throw-in. Joanna Makrilos goes over the top of her cousin trying to find Steph Trakillis. Steph will keep this in and does. Puts a lovely ball through. Dangerous it was, but Carly Antillen, the keeper for Litchfield, up to the task. Brings that in comfortably with the blue boots. And puts a boot downfield. Caitlin Sowry is going to go on a run. Look at the pace of her. She's got the ball in front of her. She'll turn inside here if she can. She does. Turns at pace and then takes a shot. That's lovely work. Yeah, good work from the keeper. Good. But that's at pace, Alex.
Yeah, she did what you want off, sort of forward player, ran, took one defender on.
Yep.
I would have liked to seen a bit more support up there for her. If she had had an extra player in the centre, she could have potentially passed the ball and rather than had that far out shot.
Yep. Let's just see if they can give that support to her. To your point earlier in the first half, you mentioned and noted that Greg Smith, the coach of Litchfield, had made that change, moving Caitlin Sowry up front. You can see why. She's very dangerous. This is a ball that's going to be dangerous at the other end. She'll turn it back, she will. And is it going to go in? It does. It came off the hands of an outstretched Carly Antillen. And That's 2 goals for Ellie McCrillis,
Yep.
a brace, and 3 on the Northcrest scoreboard for Hellenic. In the 50th minute.
Yeah, nice shot there because she played it just at reach of the keeper. A lot of players in that position. I'll just play it low and
and to the keeper.
Right to the keeper's feet.
Not on this occasion. Back she will around them. And is it going to go in?
She'll
It does.
Be happy with that. A player that, as I say, normally plays in defence, so coming out getting 2 goals and potentially maybe a hat trick today.
Yeah, but she's wearing the captain armband as well. McCrillis. Recognition of her character and her position within the club. Right, on the far side. Daphne McCrillis with the ball. Now she has the ball. Might first throw in. Right, Tom with a lovely turn. Puts that ball through to Ellie McCrillis, and your hat-trick stuff may come true.
Yeah.
No, cleared away.
Oh.
Very late stages of that clear. Away was required by Carly Ann Thielen, and she did it emphatically. Tom with a lovely turn wide over into the grandstand. Puts that ball through to Ellie McCrillis, and your hat-trick stuff may come. Hellenic have been relentless.
Yeah, they're relentless, and you saw Caitlin there running pretty much a core of the pitch, putting pressure on. If Litchfield had 10 more players,
Yep.
it'd be a different game, just like Caitlin.
Right, Rebecca Jennings on the ball. What can she do? She looks up, finds loose pass that's gone to Izzy Kilmartin. Go across to Joanna McCrillis. And Jessie Brock will put it out of play. Down here on the grandstand sideline. 52nd minute on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to McDonald's for their support of the women's. Just outside the area. Has a shot blocked by Litchfield. I was tempted to mention the retailer we bought these from. I can assure you. Now she's on the run. And she is Caitlin Sowery, number 4 for Litchfield, scattering all the birds and taking a shot from goal, from outside onto goal, and will be collected by Carla Kashakala. Alex, she is, as you mentioned, clearly a player that's the go-to people for Litchfield. They need to give her some support.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there she just exhausts herself on a big long run, managed to get past the defender and took a shot, but it wasn't an effective shot, no power there. Would have liked to see a couple more players she could have passed it off to, or maybe a few more shouts, because Jennings was there on the top of the box. They're the sorts of ones you want to lay off to. But yeah, maybe Litchfield need to actually make some positional changes. They haven't changed since half-time. Maybe just mix it up. They are 3-0 down, so it doesn't harm making a change from 3-0 down.
Yeah, let's just see if that happens. That's Chimpson with a right boot forward. And the ball bounces into Carla Kashakala. And Alex Fulton giving our insights and unpacking this game as it progresses. 54 minutes and a bit on the Northcrest scoreboard. 3-0 the scoreline. That's the headline news here this afternoon in this Women's Premier League match. Plenty of opportunities for Hellenic, and they've taken 3 of them quite soundly. Erin Davis working with Brock there. That's nice work between them two. Now Jennings goes back to collect the ball. She has opportunities to go. She goes to Richards. Richards goes straight back to Jennings. Goes to Coombs. Coombs looks up. Gets a call from Clark. Can't get the ball across to her. And that one will scurry harmlessly through, even though there's the chase from Ellie McCrillis, making the keeper honest. Quick return of serve out to Brock. Brock now moves forward. Long legs, passes it through to Chloe Coombs. First touch is a good one. She needs the second one to be that. Pushes the ball through, trying to find Clark on the run. But Daphne Chalakis is there to clean that up.
Yeah, we've seen a bit more passing there from Litchfield. And it worked well, just lacking in that final pass through. You've seen just there, it's straight to the defender. They want to play the ball in between in those gaps, especially for Sari to run onto, because we know she's got speed.
Well, we had a sub while we were chatting away there, Alex. We've had two come on, number 16, which is Holly Wilson. And I think that may be a first Premier League game. And also number 14, Jamie Ellis, has come on as well. And off the pitch has come Tom, number 8, who was really effective in that. And as well as Collings, equally effective in her position in the central defence. So to your point about making changes, Hellenic have been the first to do that.
Yeah, they have. I think they'll be giving their 2 new players a run out. They're 3-0 up, so it's a good opportunity to give new players a run without any sort of risk that you're going to lose the game.
And from our point of view, it's good to see 2 new players out there, which is always exciting for the competition. That's going over the back of Richards. And we'll now roll along the green carpet of the pitch here into the green kitted Carla Kashakala, the keeper for Hellenic now. They're out away again. This time there's the substitute there, 16 on the ball. That's Holly Wilson. She has time and space to make a choice. She goes that way. She'll like that again, but it's her first touch. Good to see her in the game immediately. Carly Antilla now to get it back down to an opportunity for Litchfield. Kneed on by Jennings, but cleared up by the other sub there. So her first touch, Jamie Ellis, there on... and now there's a turn. She is such a good player. Caitlin Sowery turns a little back heel to herself. Turns again. Good solid work from 14, Jamie Ellis. Won that contest in the end, the sub. Brock in there again. Wins the ball back for her side, but only as far as... No, she'll get that. We'll come back here where there'll be infringement on Holly Wilson. The ball will go back. And it'll be a restart by Jessie Brock. No, she's going to leave it for who else? The walking wall.
Yeah, we know Erin can hit them from here. I'd like to see her play a good ball in, maybe for Caitlin to run onto.
And she's got a bruise behind her back. I mean, I wouldn't, if anyone's going to do a 50-plus metre shot, it'll be number 19, Erin Davis. She pits one over the top, trying to find Richards. It bounces harmlessly past everybody. And because it's harmless, it's easily collected by Kashakala. She unleashes one up, which has already got... Now we need to keep Hellenic on the raid, but they've got the ball back, Litchfield. Go out of play there on the Northcrest scoreboard side, where you'll see a 3-0 advantage to Hellenic. I must put a camera on us. It's so... if we're not chasing papers, oh my goodness. So Ward Keller, Territory Law Firm, is our sponsor, support well as the McDonald's, so we want to thank them for coming on board this year. They are the personal and business dispute resolution experts. 1-800-978-360. Can Litchfield make something of this raid? They move forward. Ball goes back. Rachel Thurlow has an opportunity now. She turns it on the inside, looking for an on-rushing Jennings or Bridge. I'll get that right. Leonie Richards, but beat both of those players and fell to Hellenic, who are now on the run. Ellie McCrillis with the ball goes wide to Martin. Martin unselfishly puts one straight onto Sophia McCrillis, who runs with Davis on the inside, takes the shot. What a save. Instinctive, great reflexes, just stuck the left foot. Left foot? No, that was the left arm. Martin unselfishly puts one straight onto that one, Ellie.
Yeah, nice save.
McCrillis, who runs with Davis on the...
been the busier of the 2 keepers today, and yeah, she's proved that's why you need a quality keeper in between the sticks there.
Yeah, she has had shots put on her, But that was a lovely save. Just stood her ground, put it out, met the ball fully with that left hand and put it over the centre piece. So well played. Now the corner comes in. This time it's put in by... And there's a shot deflected off Erin Davis. So the corner taken by Sophia McCrillis. Went into the middle of the play there. There was a shot in anger, but reflected and deflected off Erin Davis. Now we have an opportunity from that player that's showed the attacking raid's always possible. She puts one through to Jennings on the run now. The gallop. Will she keep it in? No, she can't. So it'll be a restart for Hellenic. They're going to make a sub. They, meaning Litchfield Football Club. Greg Smith come to the halfway line with number 16. And that is Nikita Kruger, who's going to come on for Rachel Thurlow. So Nikita, we'll see, will maybe move into the midfield. Rachel Thurlow with a good 60 minutes will come from the pitch.
Yeah, and Hellenic have switched things up since they've made the substitutions. So you've noticed Ellie's dropped in the middle there,
yep.
And they've just got the two strikers.
And those are Sophia McCrillis and Gemma Martin up the front.
Yeah, certainly a deadly duo there.
Yeah.
Lots of goals between them.
Yeah, my word. Pace to burn in both of them. Well, at the moment they've got 3-0 advantage. We're at the 61st minute, a little bit on that Northcrest scoreboard. Here's one of the subs now. That's Holly Wilson. Chloe Coombs intervenes, goes back to Brock. Brock puts a quick pass to Jennings. Jennings will go back to Brock. Brock looks up and sees Bridges, but tries to go across instead to Clark. That won't make it. There's the other sub. And that's Jamie Ellis. Ball's retrieved from her by Caitlin Sowery, and she'll win that advantage play there. So they'll come back for a set piece, which I think Erin Davis, the walking wall, will come up.
She looks like she's jogging up to take this one.
That's a little closer. And again, wouldn't put it past her to have a go. Danny Richards has moved forward. Clark has. Coombs and Sowery all there for Litchfield. She instead goes for a shot. If this bounces away, nicely caught by Kashakala. Claimed it. Caitlin Sowery did the right thing there, Alex. She went towards the ball and then towards the keeper. You never know.
Yeah, that's right. You never know if the keeper's got a fumble. She did everything right running in.
Yep.
Yeah, just a bit too direct to the keeper there with that free kick.
But a good distance. At 40 metres, 45.
A very good distance. Yeah. I don't think I can quite
meet that one.
Hit them that far.
But well played. And talking about doing everything right, Kashakala did, the keeper. All right, dangerous. McCrillis, Sophie on the ball, goes out to Cousin Ellie, captain today for Hellenic. Sees her side up 3-0. Steph Trakillis has been brought down outside the box by Leone.
Yeah.
No malicious in it, trying to go for the ball with a lunge.
Yeah, just a bit late there, that's all. And like you say, not malicious, just sort of that fatigue maybe playing in there, a late lunge. But a dangerous position for a free kick here.
And Leone would run a number of kilometres every match.
Yeah,
She's
definitely.
like you, she puts in a big effort for 90 plus. So on the edge there now, who is it on the ball? Looks like it from here, Lisa McCrillis.
Lisa, yep.
She's that distance, looks a little bit like Izzy Kilmartin sometimes to me.
Yeah, I'll be aiming back post here.
Yep. And we see two of the subs, Wilson in the middle. Ellis deep, comes towards Ellis, she puts a body to there, there's a shot, hits the post. Gemma Martin thought she had one. And lucky for Litchfield, it's hit the left upright of those box nets. And we're back into play.
Very lucky
So
there.
Gemma had an opportunity, yeah. I think that's her second. Hit the post, I'm not sure, but no advantage for Hellenic there on the scoreboard. But the intent was clear from them, as the intent has been clear from kickoff today. They have been eager and enthusiastic, and every endeavour has been towards goal, as you would expect. Very seldom do they go backwards. There's the captain. Ellie McCrillis in there. Now the ball's fallen, hopefully, if you're a Litchfield fan, for them. But Daphne Chalakis in there early with a right toe toes it towards the goal. Again, Daphne's one of those young players over 5-10 metres. She's a lot quicker than she looks, and she got to that ball so quickly.
She is. She's got a good burst of speed, but she always does just enough, like with the toe there.
Yeah.
Reads it well.
Yeah.
For a young player, she's not scared to get stuck in.
No, that's for sure. Right, Sophie, look at that turn and shot. And Carly and Thielen just calm and collected, watches it go past the goal, but Sophia McCrillis had the ball, turned, bang, on a 20th piece and took it. Right, Sophia,
yeah,
look at that
showing
turn
there she
and
can actually
shot.
hit it from range.
Yeah.
So far, we've only seen her take shots from within the 18 yards, but that was probably 20 yards out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, decent shot.
Erin Davis going to leave this for Thielen to take. She does. 3 steps over the top. Finds the Hellenic captain on this occasion. Now it's fallen for Sowry. Sowry goes on a dash again. She pushes in hard. She gives an effort. Caitlin with the ball again. Goes into Chloe Coombs. Goes back to Sowry. Sowry steps over, looks in. She's looking for someone to run for her. And she puts it over the top of the defensive 3 on that occasion for Hellenic. This ball's still in play if you can get to it, Clark, and does. People need to push forward to give her an opportunity. There it is, Jennings on the inside. Cracks the ball, turns, body checks, goes across to Leone. And she takes a shot, hits Kilmartin, have another go. She does. And this time Lisa McCrillis cleans up. Promising stuff for Litchfield. They still have the ball. Chloe Coombs on a run. Still with the ball. McCrillis goes down. Has an advantage here. Turns it on the inside. A great check from Kilmartin. There's just a defender upon a defender. And they just showed it then. Sophia McCrillis on a scurry downfield. Martin will turn inside. Now at her right foot. That's dangerous. She will take the shot. Erin Davis, good body check and block. Well, take a breath there, Alex.
Yeah, end to end.
My word. My word. Really promising stuff. That little, 2-minute period there. Litchfield in the ascendancy. Had plenty of raids and opportunities. They have it again. If this ball can be kept by Clark, she does. Turns it inside to Leone, who seems, Greg Smith, the coach, has moved forward to support Caitlin Sowry.
Yeah, she's pushing forward a bit more. And yeah, they had the chance there. The ball fell nicely to Jennings, just didn't come off.
Yeah, you give Richards a roaming passport anyhow, wouldn't you? She was right down in the corner there with that defensive on Steph Tricolis before. Now she's up here on the attacking raids. As I said, does a lot of kilometres in a game of football. Whistle gone for a quick drinks break, which everyone will be taking advantage of. Even you, Alex, with a water bottle from Hell. How big is that? Is that tall as you?
This is nearly 1.5 litres.
Okay,
so
I think most of it's gone down already.
Yeah.
Good hydrator because of your... When did you play, Friday or Saturday?
Friday, yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, try and keep up the good habits.
Yep, it is good habits. And all the, again, young kids playing the game. Certainly as you get into junior ranks, hydration is key. And it's not on the game day. It's actually before game day and after game day.
Yeah, and I think... in our busy lives when we're working at school, you don't often have the opportunity to hydrate, so it's important to remember. Take
that chance. Yep. Have the bottle with you.
That's it.
All right, Matty Hadjick's pretty quiet. He's letting the senior group talk to the players. Some people getting some imminent cramp work, because that'll be coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're heading into nearly 70 minutes.
Yep. Some hammy and calf stretching happening. Yep. Whereas with Litchfield, Greg Smith quietly talking to his list.
Yeah, I'd love to see him just mix it up a bit, maybe switch Caitlin for Erin and just try something new.
Yeah. Players make their way back after the mandatory drinks break here today in the heat of the Northern Territory in the capital city of Darwin on this Sunday afternoon. And the sun is setting well and truly behind us at the moment in the western sky, and lights are coming to full effect, and we're underway. A whistle from the referee. Erin Davis with the right boot. finds Sowry, but the ball's run away from her. She's recovered it early. Goes back to Davis. Turns in. Puts the right boot to it. This time it's an opportunity for Clark. Daphne Chalakis is there to clean that up. Only as far as Jennings, though. And Kruger in there as well, number 16, the sub for Litchfield. Now Martin to an on-rushing Ellie McCrillis on that right. Left flank for her, right flank for the Litchfield defender, and that is Chimpsford, who clearly does that job. And brings that initial raid to a halt, but the ball remains with Hellenic. Captain McCrillis has the ball now, goes to the sub. Ellis pushes it out to the other sub, 16, which is Wilson. Wilson still has the ball. Kelly Fogarty putting the body and everything on the line there. Made 2 blocks. This time Joanna McCrillis puts one across the goal. Erin Davis intercedes. Ball comes back where it started from. Wilson with it again. This time she goes over the top, trying to find Martin with a step in. Beat her just, and will run out of play. No, kept in by Chimpsford. So a chance now for Litchfield to progress this ball up where it started from. Upfield and upfield quickly. Goes this back time to Chimpsford over the top, trying to find Martin with a step in possession. This is a story of their day, and there's a long shot from Trakillis. And calmly collected by Teelan. She'll go out here looking for Chloe Coombs, who'll beat her. One bouncing out of play.
Yeah, you fancy a couple more goals
Trying
from
to find
Nick here.
Step in possession. This is a story of their day, and there's a long shot. And to your point, maybe a change of personnel or formation or positions, and just freshen up for nice collision of ball and body there off the boot of Erin Davis into the body of the captain, Ellie McCrillis, for Hellenic. So it'll be a goal kick because it ricocheted off the Hellenic player. Thank you to Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm, for their support of the women's game. They are the personal and business dispute resolution experts. 1-800-978-360, 1-800-978-360. Erin Davis, the long right boot. Hit Ellie McCrillis first up, came back to Jennings. Jennings gets the ball back. No, she lets it go through to Caitlin Sowry, who's this time beaten by the substitute, Jamie Ellis.
Chance for Erin to run here.
Yeah, she looks up, she sees, tries to put it through to Caitlin. Ball still available. Now it gets to her via Jennings. She has an opportunity. Kept by Joanna McCrillis. Goes back to Kilmartin. Kilmartin puts it through to Leonie Bridges, unfortunately. So Hellenic have an opportunity.
Yeah, this is better passing from Litchfield. They're finding feet a lot better.
I meant Litchfield have opportunity, but now it's fallen Hellenic's way already.
Yeah, it's definitely an end-to-end game. You really can't take your eyes off of the ball, and it's
plenty of ball movement and bodies moving across the green.
But it's all football
pitches
on the ground, which is good to see, rather than long punts.
Yep.
It's
we
nice
love
to
our
see
on the
it
ground
playing
football.
out in triangles.
Yeah, totally. That's been
She
kept in. Desperation from McCrillis went for an air swing. That would have run it up in the next suburb had she collected.
Yeah.
All right, here's an opportunity.
Wow.
Can they do something with it, Litchfield? Clark on the run. Caitlin Sowry puts it in front. Kashikala's going to have a say in this. Comes out early and defiantly puts that out of play.
Yeah, just a bit too much on that pass there. Gave Carla the chance to come out. Would have liked to see Caitlin run at the 2 defenders there. That's where she's dangerous. And she can easily take on 2 defenders. She's got the skills.
Yeah, which is an unselfish player. Just it's so typical of her to push it on to Clark and see if there's an opportunity there. Right, Chimpsford coming up for the throw-in. Kruger puts the ball down for her. Chimpsford moves in, throws. Collision of 2 bodies there. It's going to fall for Bridges. Puts one across the goal. No one running in. It sort of come off.
Oh,
that was
nearly took a bounce there.
It did. Instinctive work from Kashikala to grab that. low to the ground. Kulos looking to unleash the sub.
Nice ball.
Erin Davis will get there first. Casual work from her. Nice poise. She goes in and says, let's have a go ourselves. Daphne Chalakis in there with a nice header.
Yeah.
Finds Steph Trakillis. She goes across to the captain, Ellie. McCrillis looks for her cousin. She'll get to her eventually. Five Wilson. Wilson's on the ball now. Puts a nice ball through to on-rushing. An overlap from Joanna McCrillis. She returns the favour to her younger sister, Sophia. Takes the shot. She's not hesitating at any time in that area. And Cullian Thielen gets there on this occasion.
And
the keeper.
You want from your strikers. Turn and shoot, turn and shoot.
She does. Kruger unleashes one down the side. Clark has space. She has Caitlin Sowry on the inside. Needs more support behind her. Ball's not yet kept. Didn't keep it in, but still the advantage of Litchfield. Looks like Hellenic are going to make another sub. Goal scorer Sophia McCrillis coming from the pitch after a fantastic 76 minutes.
Yeah,
her replacement is Mary Coombe, number 2. And 24 will come on for Gemma Martin. And that's Mosca Papadakis.
Yeah, another 2 young talented players there. I think Mosca's 16 and
Mary's
Mary,
14.
yeah, 14. Yeah. Just turned 15 maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah, 2 very young players and
first touch.
I mean, that's great for Hellenic. 2 young players for 2 young players.
Yeah,
that youth,
incredible,
that talent coming through.
Yeah. Now Mosca Papadakis, if this ball falls the right way, but Erin Davis will get there first. Mosca's still in a challenge. Erin Davis goes to ground, but referee didn't like that, so it'll come back for either a throw-in or set precedence to the AR put his flag up, so I'd say it's...
Yeah, I think it's a free kick there. Just for the slide, I think slightly late there maybe. Oh no, gone out.
Throw-in. Comes in now, Mosca has a chance to put one into play. Wilson's there. Holly couldn't connect with that one, so it goes into the hands and then the feet work for Carly-Ann Thielen, the keeper. Right, Jennings has a chance to unleash Clark. Clark has time here, goes back to Jennings. Jennings goes back to Clark, but great work from Daphne Chalakis, the left back for Hellenic. And that bit of work has now put them in to an opportunity for an attacking raid down the right. Instinctively pushes the ball through either Wilson or an overlapping Joanna McCrillis. She's got Wilson on this occasion. Turns it in. Erin Davis will be there first. Falls for Mary Coombs. Mary Coombs shoots. No. Tries again and a second shot, which will go out of play. But both her and Papadakis involved early on their subs.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. Their first couple of touches under the belt. Get some confidence.
Right, ball falls for Chloe Coombs. Joanna McCrillis stands strong and keeps the ball for her side. Wilson nutmegs Brock. Brock turns. So won't have any of that. Kelly Fogarty goes out to Coombs. Has got time and space. Needs a runner. It'll fall down for Richards. And Richards on the run now. There's a shot from Trakillis. Dangerous. Those ones are awkward ones where you don't know if they're going to float in or hit your hands.
Yes, that was a good save there.
It was. She's been great today, Carly-Ann. Had plenty of work.
Yeah, definitely the busier of the 2 keepers, and we're just noticing the difference between the 2 teams now. Bruce with Hellenic passing and moving off the ball for each other, working it up, whereas Hellenic, you saw there with Chloe Coombs, didn't have any options, no one moving for her.
Yeah, you got to make way and plays. You got to make opportunities for your teammates. Unfortunately, this one down for at the 79-minute mark. We have a little over 11 minutes of time in this regulation period. We're going to have a substitute. Greg Smith, the coach of Litchfield, is going to make a sub. He's going to bring Chimsford from the pitch. So number 17 makes her way across. And the substitute looks like it'll be Adele Bowell. It is, number 11. Again, Adele does a lot of refereeing.
Yeah, I think I saw her reffing a game maybe Friday night.
Yeah,
reserves game. Yeah.
Yeah, she's always giving back, and now she's got a give back to her club in that right back position. So it'll be a direct swap. So chimps it off and bowl on. Erin Davis pushes it forward again. She's done a lot of that today. Chloe Coombs comes off the first touch where Ellis with the ball. Looks strong on the ball, number 14. That's a nice threaded ball through. Can't find the direct part this time from Triculus, but the idea was a sound one. Joan McQuillis will track back. Go to Kilmartin. Kilmartin will go back to McQuillis J. J McQuillis puts one through to E McQuillis. And Ellie's going to have an opportunity to turn this back to Coombe. Does there. Mary Coombe on the ball now. Takes a shot early. Mosca Papadakis in there now. Beaten on this occasion by the keeper. But this ball will roll out and Daphne Chalakis will have a throw in.
Yeah, again, a nice passage of play from Hellenic there. Worked it out from the back.
Yep.
Opened up the opportunity.
No, they look good today. Look real good.
Yeah, and it's what you say to your players: play simple football.
Yep.
It's the quickest way to get the ball down the field.
Let's just see what they do on this occasion. They're going to thread one through. Wilson on the run. Erin Davis will intercede. Mary Coombe on the chase. That's what you want to see from your strikers. With a little effort from Mary. Now Coombs. Chloe turns in. There's a ball that's going to find Caitlin Sowry. Sowry puts one back to Coombs. It's not going to make it because Kilmartin will intercept. McQuillis Joanna version goes to McQuillis Ellie version. Ellie's gone down. Not good.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit of cramp.
Yep. Long as it's not knee.
First one of the game for 80th minute.
Yep. They've been stoic, the girls. Hot day. Referee's going to allow the player down and allow play to continue. Erin Davis moves in. Will she go for a gallop?
And this is where Litchfield was so dangerous last year when Erin Davis would get the ball and run forward.
Yep.
Open up defences.
Chloe needs someone. Leonie Richards making the run as usual. Trying to give her side an advantage. Number 13 for Litchfield. Kashikala pushes out wide. Will it beat Mosca Papadakis? No, she keeps it in.
Kept it in.
So Papadakis now will look for McQuillis, the captain, and she does find her. Going to be a sub. And Chloe Coombs from the pitch, and that'll be Alia Logan, I think, going on, number 8.
Yeah, so I think, is that a new player? Or
no, Alia's one of the youngsters coming through. She gets 10, 15 minutes. Looks like she's had a great spurt across Christmas as well.
I wonder,
she's a baby.
If because Litchfield Reserves played the game before, so I wonder if she may have even played in that one.
Yeah, I think she probably would have.
And I think they were winning 2-0 when I left that one.
Little shot across goal from Papadakis. Cross and shot.
And we were talking about jerseys before, Bruce, with the Hellenic in our way, but Litchfield have got new ones apparently. And they are sponsored, or one of their sponsors is Tea for Thomas. It's a charity with sepsis awareness.
Yep.
And I think it's Clark family started that up due to a death in the family.
Young boy.
So it's important to raise awareness over things like that aren't common. And
absolutely, and sepsis is a quite a killer, an underrated killer in a lot of ways in our awareness and acknowledgement of. We do a special little thing every year for that, and I'm sure we'll do it again this year.
Yeah.
Carly Antillin moves out. And those blue boots again kicking and restarting the game for her side. She's done a bit of that.
One of the busiest players on the field.
Absolutely. Kelly Fogarty out. But Mary Coombe busy. Tricullis trying to thread one in. Nice work from
well
Bowell.
There.
Yeah. But Hellenic still with the ball. The percentage today of possession would be very high.
Yeah, they've made very few mistakes. their passing's been 80-90% accurate, I'd say. Again, difference between the two teams, you'd say Litchfield's passing's been 50%.
Yeah, not today. It's been not their best. Good pressure from Brock. Makes Wilson headed out.
But Litchfield are a hard-working team, so I can see them going away and working on things this week in training and coming back. Totally different team next week. Right,
Jonah McCrillis with a restart here on the grandstand side. 85 minutes. Thank you to McDonald's. This is the Women's Premier League live streaming on FNT TV. Strong talent from Leonie Richards. Ball comes away and this time falls again for Hellenic. Throw from Wilson, good strong one, finds Mary Coombe, chests it down. Good work from Richards, determined from whistle to end of whistle.
Yeah, she's a great example for any young player out there, really. That's how you should play the game, give it your all.
Yeah, she does that.
End to end, keep on running. She puts her body on the line, that's for sure.
Yeah, 13 we're talking about for Litchfield, Leonie Richards. Maddie Hatchick's now going to make a sub.
Is that young Paris
coming on? Yes, I think it is. So Daphne Shalakis goes off with a great 86 minutes from young Daphne in the left-back position, wasn't it?
Yeah, she'll be happy with that,
very competent one. Yep.
Did everything right.
Just to make it easy for us, that's a McCrillis Paris version gone on now. And so welcome, Paris.
Yeah, I think a few of the Hellenic girls, like Paris, they played reserves last night as well. So the two Hellenic reserve team played each other.
Yeah, did.
I think it was a 2-0 to the Blues, who are known as the older team.
Yeah. A couple of years older.
Yeah.
Right, can Litchfield keep Hellenic out here? 87 minutes coming up on the clock. North Crest scoreboard, NTF, the construction supply specialist, and also Steel Line service over and above. Thank you for your support of the women's game. And that corner on that occasion into the side netting.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship there from 14. She just passed the ball back to the girls on her way through.
Yeah, that's the sub. Jamie Ellis. Who looks like a Premier League player in everything she's done so far. So we may see more of her as the season progresses, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. New signing, giving her a few 20-minute run today. I think we'll see more minutes on the pitch.
Ellie McCrillis puts one through to Mosca Papadakis. Not even Mosca can catch that one. A little bit too much weight on it.
Yeah, a bit too much pace, but right idea, as you say. It's
right, Erin Davis will place this ball and will take this goal kick restart. This is the Women's Premier League, round 3, last game of the round here in Darwin for 2021 season. And this will be a win for Hellenic. They'll start the season with 2 wins.
Oh, a draw and a win.
Sorry, a draw and a win. My apologies. You were quick on that. Don't know why. Draw was with Casuarina. A draw and a win. Thank you, Alex. And Litchfield yet to open their encounter.
Yeah, and yet to score, I think, as well. They lost 2-0, was it, to Yappers?
It was, yeah.
Yep. So they'll be looking for their first goal of the season next game.
It'll come. Right, Trakillis puts one over the top, finds their sub, Wilson. Wilson goes back to the captain. Ellie tries to put one there, but who's there? Richards. Now Kruger looking across, trying to get a run from Clark. And Clark will continue on. Good effort. All the way down to the keeper. Make sure she pushes it away. Well played. If this can fall the right way for Alia Logan, it does. Comes back for Clark. They may get there's offside. So they may get an opportunity to make that, get their first count on the score underway.
Good pressure from, was it Clark, 18?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, very good pressure. But that's where you need to press as a unit. She was on her own up there. The extra midfielders should have pressed on the last 2 defenders. Well. So there was no opportunity for Hellenic to pass out.
Right. Oh, my goodness. She's got a left peg on her. Oh,
yeah,
that's Jamie Ellis. Yeah. One step back and Plenty of power in that.
Yeah, we were talking about end of season sprint races
Yep.
and throw-ins.
Now we'll just do set kicks. Yeah, I can see it now.
Distance.
We'll just do away with the game. Just do specials. Okay, here's the run on now. Comes the keeper. And she's been so good today for them.
Is that Lisa who's down with is it cramp or she?
Yeah, it looks like, salmon boots. That's Lisa McCrillis. Right, Erin Davis on a forward run. Goes back to Caitlin Sowry. She'll go forward here. Caitlin, look at the pace of her. Will she get a goal here? She does. And there you go. Alex, to your point, you mention it. And commentators usually curse, but in your case, you don't. You reward.
Yeah.
So there is their first goal.
First goal of the season. Lovely. And a well-taken goal by Caitlin there. Sometimes when you're under pressure and you're through, one-on-one with the keeper, she placed it lovely there.
And in the 90 minutes, so we've got 2 minutes of time added on. And if that run wasn't as crisp and clean and quick as her first run today, I'm not a judge. She is incredibly fast.
And you notice Erin made a run from centre back again, and she played that ball exactly where you want your player playing near the ball, between the two defenders. So they've got to make a decision.
Yeah, and I think the decision also for Greg Smith, their coach, is how often do I get those two together?
Yeah.
Davis and Sowry we're talking about.
But yeah, great ball by Erin, set Caitlin up there.
This is so Hellenic, straight back on the charge.
Yeah, they'll still be looking for another one.
Yeah.
There's 2 minutes to go, is it?
Yeah, well, time added's in there. Probably maybe a minute and a bit off Leonie Richards, who's been everywhere and done everything for her side today.
And the goal would have lifted Litchfield a bit there.
Yeah, always does, doesn't it? And Alia Logan, good effort from her.
Yeah, from
comes
the sub
away.
who's come on.
She turns on the inside. That's good play. Now she can push across. You can hear the call from Davis. She now gets it off Caitlin Sowry. Davis will move forward. She'll shoot. And it'll go over goal. You can see what her intent was.
Yeah.
Just on the whistle.
Last kick of the game.
Yep, exactly. Last kick of the game. Last shot in anger. Erin Davis. A good win for Hellenic. They were good today. As you said, crisp passing, players moving off the ball. Their coach, Matty Hadjick, will be very happy with that performance. He got a chance to put a few subs on as well, get some more kids on if he's got any more. Got a few. And I'm sure if he finds another McCrillis, he'll give them a run as well, because there was about 19 out there today.
I think so.
But Hellenic will go home with a 3-1 scoreline on that board. Litchfield get a late goal in time added, right on the cusp of time added, and to a player that really deserved it. That is Caitlin Sowry, who's just been clearly the best player out there for them with a keeper. And then obviously the thing is getting her and Erin Davis together a bit more, I think, will be dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier in the game, Bruce, when Erin runs forward, she's dangerous and opens up play. And if she can do that a bit more in some of Litchfield's games and feed Caitlin, there'll be more goals there.
Alex Fulton giving us our expert insights today in this Women's Premier League match, where we bring a close to not only the Women's Premier League, but to all football in Darwin for this weekend, round 2, and traditionally both sides will get together in the huddle, as they are now, which I love the aspect of a women's game here in Darwin. And they will exchange pleasantries and comments and just build the camaraderie in the women's game. My name is Bruce Staller. Thank you for joining us on this FNT TV live streaming of a round 2 of the 2021 season for the women's game. Hope you can join us again. We're back on a really important night on Wednesday, Alex. We introduce for the very first time in the territory a midweek knockout competition for the women. It's called the FNT Women's Challenge Cup, and our intention is to build a parallel competition to the FFA Cup. So we'll get some interstate teams involved this year and certainly next year, and we'll try and get this, but we have to get going, so we're getting going. So Wednesday night, make sure you're here, 7:15 it's kickoff. Either live stream or be in person. I'd be here in person. It'll be fabulous. What's your thoughts on that, Alex?
Oh, yeah, like you say, it's good to kickstart the competition. You've got to start somewhere with being... we're behind, the women's game is behind the men's in terms of a countrywide competition.
Totally agree.
I know Queensland have started the Kappa Cup this year, their state one. So it's a great opportunity for the girls.
So I'll get Western Australia up next year. So then we'll have a clear opportunity for some international contests at the end of it. But we all, across those member feds, just realise there's a real stark need to have the women having a knockout competition midweek. And we think it'll just be one of those events that just takes off over the years to come. So on Wednesday night, 7:15 at Larrakia Park Darwin Football Stadium, you see the NT Yappers taking on Port Darwin in the very first round of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Alex, thank you for being here. It's always good to have you by
Thanks,
my side.
Bruce.
My name is Bruce Dooley. Thank you to the team behind the scenes, and we are so thankful for your support of the women's game. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night when we do introduce, for the very first time, the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Good night. Okay. Yeah, well, exactly. It's great, isn't it? On or on? Don't know yet. Already gone into the shed, so probably not. Thanks, Alex.
No worries.
Yep, we'll call it a day, I think. I'll normally do a post game, but we won't tonight. We'll just leave on the Challenge Cup. True Killers, and now we have the other one. Sophia, if she takes a shot, it'll be dangerous, and she does. Carla. Shoots. Oh,